Okay then. I have my It's time for a foundation review. So I'm going to start off with the Gucci's Natural Finish Fluid Foundation. It has polymer technology that helps with the texture of the foundation. I am going to be using the shade 360W, so make sure it's a warm undertone for my nice and warm complexion. I've gone ahead and just applied moisturizer, primer. I don't really have anything on, especially around my mouth area where I naturally have more pigmentation. So what I am thinking to do is I will start off by just concealing, correcting my mouth area, and I'll leave the rest for you to see how I apply this foundation. Okay, are you excited? Because I am. I'm going to go ahead and apply it with my fingers just as it tells you to. I only took one pump. And I just took like a dab full on right now. It's nice so far. The texture is again quite liquidy. As you can tell, it's quite warm, but it's not too warm. It kind of gives you a hint of... Let's see how much it covers my pigmentation and my scarring over here. Just using my fingers on my nose. Personally, I'm not a fan of using my hands for foundations. It just gets messy. That's what I don't like. Okay, decent coverage. I would say this is definitely more on the light to buildable side. And it definitely gives a glow to the skin. So let's compare. This is just one layer. This has nothing but corrector on it. What I'll go ahead and do is use a brush on this side and add a little bit more, so a second pump, and we'll see how that layer turns out. I've just gone ahead and applied a layer using my hands on the other side of my face. Now that it's nice and ready to be buffed, I'm gonna go ahead and use this buffing brush. So far, I really like the consistency. It definitely has a fragrance, but most luxury foundations do. So it is what it is. I like the glow that's shining through. Okay, so this is with 2 layers. So this is what it looks like with 2 layers with a brush, and this kind of has nothing on it. So I'll go ahead and apply the rest of it on this using a brush. Okay, so my immediate reaction is like the fragrance. Well, I have a headache right now, so this is just making it worse, but it's not too noticeable where it's unbearable. I'm just grabbing the leftover with my brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and just buff it out. I always forget to do my forehead. Maybe it's because of my job. There's no foundation on the forehead. Okay, this is pretty. It's very thin. That's what I like. It's sitting on the face very nicely. Okay, so I'll let you guys compare. This actually has 2 layers. This has, I would say, barely a full pump, but it's nice. It's not overly heavy. It feels a little wet, as it should. It's a fluid foundation. It's nice. That's what I'm liking overall. What I'll do is apply the rest of my concealer, powder, and I'll show you what it looks like when you layer other creams on top. And I'm back. So this is the rest of my face on. It just has concealer, bronzer, blush, and a powder to set everything on. As much as I wanted to apply a highlighter, I didn't, because I want to show you how glowy this foundation itself looks like. It actually settled down really nicely. We'll see how well it wears in the next few hours. Even when I put a mask on, it's probably going to transfer, but it's fine. That's the new reality now. What do you think? Do you like it? I think it covered up my scarring really well here. I didn't have any corrector. It was mostly just acne scars. It seems pretty intact. The finish is quite nice. It's a natural finish with a bit of glow. Kind of reminds me of the NARS Natural Radiant, but a lighter version in terms of formula. So that's a perk. So is it worth the $88? Maybe. It depends. Do you like luxury foundations? I like trying them out, but like my holy grail is a NARS Natural Radiant, which this reminds me of. The formula is just a little bit more lighter, but the finish is really pretty. It looks great in my lighting too, and I'm hoping it'll look just as great when I'm out. I don't see any cakiness. I crease here naturally, so we're gonna ignore that. I don't see anything around my mouth. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. I'm probably gonna recommend this as one of my top luxury foundations so far. I'm gonna try it out a few more times before I make my final decision. But have you tried Pat McGrath? Have you tried Charlotte? Have you tried Dior? If you have and you're interested in luxury foundations, highly recommend the Gucci. It's so far a 10 out of 10 for me. Actually, no, it's gonna be a 9 out of 5 because of the fragrance and my head hurts. But other than that, it's great. Tell me what you think. Do you like it?